Time now for the morning rush. The woman accused in a wrong-way crash on I-25 that killed a Santa Fe police officer and a retired Las Vegas firefighter will face murder charges. The defense argued that police should have called off the chase. However, the judge determined there was enough evidence to proceed to trial with 8 charges filed in the case.
We also now know more about what led to the chase, and it all started at the Vizcaya Apartments off of Sawmill Road in Santa Fe. That's when someone called 911 saying that a woman was being kidnapped. Now, many were wondering how the caller could think that there was someone else in the car if Jaramillo was found alone at the crash site. But a man who says that he was in a relationship with Jaramillo admitted that he was in the car with her and also said that they had been doing drugs the night before.
A former state police officer is facing federal child pornography charges this morning after a 15-year-old sent him explicit pictures. Federal prosecutors have charged Ricky Romero with coercion, enticement of a minor, and receiving child porn. If convicted, Romero faces a minimum of 10 years and up to life in prison.
2 men wanted for murder in Tennessee are behind bars in New Mexico this morning. State police say that an officer was called out to I-40 west of Santa Rosa to help a car that ran out of gas and had a dead battery. Those men, now identified as 24-year-old Rodriguez Soils and Joseph Rutherford, they had active warrants out for murder in Shelby County, Tennessee. They were then taken into custody and are awaiting extradition. Eric.
Well, it doesn't get much better than this. Low to mid-70s for us in Albuquerque today. Low to mid-80s down through Roswell. Lots of sunshine, and I vouch we do the noon outside today.
This morning, some retailers, local retailers rather, are still uncertain how they will handle the return of plastic bags to Albuquerque. The Clean and Green Retail Ordinance went into effect in 2020, but the new city council recently repealed that act. Mayor Tim Keller has until today to sign or veto the repeal.
A shooting victim from a month ago is dead this morning, turning his case into a homicide investigation. Now, Verlin Wiecki was shot early on the morning of February 20th. This was near Catherine and Girard. He died from those wounds in the hospital this past Sunday.
The fighting in Ukraine is entering a second month, and without any ending in sight, the U.S. and its European allies continue to look for ways to cut off funding to Russia's war machine. Yesterday in Brussels, the West rolled out another round of sanctions against companies and individuals tied to the Kremlin.
A city council proposal that would require landlords to consider applicants with supplemental income is receiving pushback this morning. Those benefits include sources like Social Security, child support, and housing vouchers. The proposed ordinance will be heard in a city council committee meeting next month. Eric.
Nothing happening today. Let's go with a 0 on the threat index. Perfect day with those lighter winds in the afternoon.
Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's Supreme Court confirmation hearing has wrapped up. This morning, Senate Democrats feeling confident she is poised to become the first black woman confirmed to the nation's highest court. Democratic leaders hope for the full Senate vote to confirm Jackson to take place before April 8th.
A second grand jury has declined to indict Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. Watson has been accused of sexual misconduct by 22 women and is still facing civil lawsuits. Yesterday, the grand jury in Brazoria County listened to evidence related to a criminal complaint filed by one of the 22 women and declined to charge Watson.
A dog in Santa Fe has a new home this morning in Alaska after a man traveled all the way to adopt him. Matthew Graham was heartbroken after losing his dog. After finding only 2 dogs in Alaska, an internet search led him to 1-year-old Dimitri in Albuquerque. Matthew placed a hold on Dimitri and flew to New Mexico to take him home.
Drive. So police are detecting, or rather they're directing traffic on University between I-40 and Manal, so drivers should expect to slow down that way. And then right now our tracker is looking live east on I-40, right near 12th Street. Looks like a little bit slow there as well, so drive carefully this morning.
Well, digital wallets now make a jump forward in key personal identification. This as states join Apple's wallet system. Now, Arizona has become the first state to allow its motor vehicle licenses to be uploaded into the Apple Wallet. Other states such as Georgia, Connecticut, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, and Oklahoma, they are all expected to follow.
Pretty cool idea.
Way for the future.
Yeah. All right, 5 facts coming up in 90 seconds. All right, time for the 5 facts.
At number 5, a dog in Santa Fe has a new home in Alaska. This is after a man traveled all the way here to adopt him. Matthew Graham was heartbroken after losing his dog. Now, unfortunately for him, in Juneau, Alaska, there were only 2 animals up for adoption. After an internet search, he came across a 1-year-old husky mix in Santa Fe named Dimitri. Matthew placed a hold on Dimitri and flew here to New Mexico to get him.
Love that story. Number 4 this morning, an Albuquerque business is stepping up to try and save the life of a Pennsylvania 7-year-old. For most of his life, Jack Stormidas has been living with diabetes and IPEX. That's a rare autoimmune disease. What Jack needs is bone marrow to boost his immune system. That's where YHWH Health and Fitness in Northeast Albuquerque comes in. They're holding an event this week and inviting volunteers to get swabbed and find out if they are a match for him. We have details on our website, krqe.com.
And at number 3, we are looking at a flawless Friday here for us. Very warm temperatures spilling on in thanks to a pretty good looking ridge of high pressure. As we continue the March roller coaster, this time we'll be climbing near 80 degrees by the end of the weekend. So get out those summer clothes.
On to number 2 now, a city council proposal that would require landlords to consider applicants with supplemental income is receiving pushback this morning. Those benefits include sources like Social Security, child support, and housing vouchers. Landlords that we spoke with say that they are already working with hundreds of tenants on vouchers, and the change would put a particular burden on mom-and-pop landlords. The proposed ordinance will be heard in a city council committee next month. We'll be there. We'll let you know what's decided.
And at number 1, the woman accused in a deadly wrong-way crash on I-25 near Santa Fe that killed a Santa Fe police officer and a retired Las Vegas firefighter will face murder charges. Well, if the state used witness testimony as well as evidence and dash cam video to make the case. That's to try Janine Jaramillo on first-degree murder charges. Well, the defense argued that police should have called off the chase and that Jaramillo was not directly involved in the crash that killed Officer Duran as well as retired firefighter Frank Lovato. The judge determined that there was enough evidence to proceed to trial with 8 charges filed in that case.